Good afternoon, my friends. So a good amount of you have been asking for more Tesla videos. Well, I have you covered today. I'm going to be doing another Tesla Drive With Me video while using FSD full self-driving. I'm currently here at the Universal Orlando Resort, more specifically the Aventura Hotel, and I'm going to let the car drive me over to Walt Disney World. I'm thinking either Animal Kingdom or Disney Springs. We'll see once we get started here. And then during the drive, I want to share my overall thoughts on FSD. I also want to share my thoughts on Tesla, the company as a whole right now, because there's a lot going on with Tesla at the moment. And then I want to touch on the UAW strike that is unfortunately happening up in Detroit. And then I want to talk a little bit about Elon Musk. I know some of you hate him, some of you may love him. It is what it is. But either way, we're going to have some fun driving this over to Walt Disney World from Universal Orlando. Let's have some fun, shall we? I hope you guys are ready because I am. Let's go do this. All right, let me go ahead and put up the GoPro and get things going. By the way, I am using full self-driving beta software, version 11.4.4. I'm still waiting on the newest update. I'm sure I'll be getting that any day now, probably after I upload this video, but it is what it is. Let's get going. Let me back out. By the way, this is one thing that I really love about any Tesla, is all of the different camera angles around your vehicle. So you always know what's going on. It's going to take us 27 minutes to get over to Animal Kingdom from the Aventura Hotel, which we are passing by right now. And I mean, you can activate the cameras whenever you want, even when you're driving like I'm doing right now. This is usually what I have on, just, you know, in my day-to-day driving. But today is going to be all about FSD, as I'm going to, well, let's engage from here, shall we? Let's take it around this roundabout here. Let's see how it handles it. A little slow, but it's going. It's doing it. All right. As you can see, my hands are off the wheel. You can see the pedals down there. I'm going to keep my legs and feet on this side so you can see what's going on. I am going to have my hands at the ready, just in case. But I've had my Tesla for just about 6 months now. I've been using full self-driving for about 5 of those months. The first month I just wanted to get the hang of having this new car. Good, it did not move. It saw that pedestrian right there. We are going left. Perfect. Oh, keep going, keep going. Ah, it stopped. Dang, it freaked out. Tesla did not complete the left-hand turn. Let's go ahead and re-engage here. Dang. You know, that's one thing about full self-driving. It's not 100% ready, right? It's not great. It will be great software, but it just needs more time. I feel like FSD has been pretty okay lately. Going to up my speed just a little. But it's been working okay. I have been using FSD pretty much 85% of all of my drives. It's going to have to merge up here. Let's see what it does. It had the blinker on, and it merges just fine. Looks like we have a little bit of traffic coming up. We are now on I-4. I was hoping it would take the back roads, but it's okay, because one of the main reasons why I subscribe to full self-driving is because of traffic, because it takes the, that's another thing, the nag, man. Oh, it is what it is. But I love using FSD while in traffic because it takes the stress away from you. And this is the perfect example. I can just kind of look around. Still, mind you, I have to keep my eyes on the road, but I'm able to look around and kind of enjoy the scenery that I normally don't get to enjoy because I'm focused on driving. It's choosing to get over. All right, well, got scared there. And that's another thing. Since I've been using FSD, every time I use it, it gets better and better. And I know I say that a lot, so let me give you an example. Tesla Vision. It's driving the vehicle using the different cameras around. This cabin camera right here is always looking after the driver because you cannot take your eyes off of the road. But as I was saying, FSD gets better every drive because it's using AI. And this may sound crazy and kind of cheesy and kind of scary, but every time I do these drives on FSD, I feel like the AI is watching myself drive when I'm not using FSD, and it's doing the things I do when I'm driving. So for instance, when I'm driving on the highway, I usually tend to stay in this lane. Sometimes I will go to the left lane, which is the passing lane, but I tend to stay in this middle lane a lot. And it recognizes that. And I think that's why it chose to get in this lane. Now, mind you, it has a mind of its own, so it's making decisions on its own. But for the most part, it's watching my driving habits when I'm not using FSD, and it's picking up on a lot. And another example, if I'm in this lane or the passing lane, if I'm behind a car that is not going the speed limit, I'll, get over and circle around and get ahead of that car in front of me. And when I'm using FSD, it has been doing that a lot. And that's just so awesome to me. It really is pretty awesome how FSD works. Drop something back here. I've been very impressed with FSD. It's that nag. I mean, it doesn't give me the nag as much as it once did, but every now and then I will get a little bit of nag, and I don't know why. I'm not taking my eyes. Well, I guess I kind of took my eyes off the road to grab this thing back here that I needed. But so far, so good. We are 21 minutes away, and we are choosing to get over, which I like. When I'm driving, I like to stay with traffic. No matter what, I stay with traffic, and it recognizes that, and it's awesome. Going the current speed limit of 60, but I always like to up it at least between 5 and 10 over, just again to keep up with traffic, because Florida drivers, we are a little aggressive every now and then. But I will say traffic is moving at a really good pace right now. It's been a super smooth ride thus far. And something that I wanted to bring up, if you guys don't know, I do drive a Tesla Model Y Performance. I love this car so much. It's my dream car. It's incredible. It can go super fast when I want it to. But the Model Y is the best selling car in the world currently. And it's also the first EV to be the best selling vehicle in the world. I mean, how awesome is that? That I get to drive the best selling car in the world. I feel like all Teslas are great, but there's just something about a Model Y. You have room, you have space, and since I do have the performance version of this vehicle, it goes very fast. And then plus you have the software. I mean, it's incredible what Tesla is able to give you by owning this. I feel so incredibly safe in this car. I feel even more safe when I'm using FSD because I know I'm safe. People like to make the joke online, Tesla owners, how FSD can be like a 16-year-old driving a car. Yes and no. I say it's gotten a lot better since I first started using FSD because, yeah, it would make decisions like a 16-year-old would do when they're driving for the first time. But at the end of the day, it's incredibly safe. And I know for the most part, the AI is going to make the best possible decision that it can do, because this AI is 5 steps ahead of my own vision. As you see here, look at this. It's mapping out the world, the real world currently, as I'm making this drive, so it can see way ahead before I even can see. You know, the last time I did a Tesla talk, I think I told you guys how I was driving and I had the green light, but somebody ended up running the red light on the left-hand side, and the car stopped before I even noticed the car was coming. It stopped to avoid that accident, that potential accident. I mean, come on, that's the first reason why I started to fall more in love with having a Tesla, because it's so safe. And also, as you're using FSD, like I said, the camera is, you know, looking at you. I want you guys to go on Google real quick. Matter of fact, I'll do it once I stop here, so this may not be the best time to talk about this, but I believe it's 1 in 25 adults fall asleep behind the wheel. That's pretty scary. A lot of people, unfortunately, die from falling asleep behind the wheel. What if I told you this Tesla, any Tesla, can monitor your eyes, so it can detect if you're falling asleep? And you know what the Tesla will do? It will pull itself over and it will stop. I mean, come on. That's awesome, right? When I'm on FSD, I know not to be on my phone, because if I'm on my phone, it's going to continue to beep at me, and if I ignore it, it will kick me off. Maybe I'll show you when we get off the highway. And I see it every day as I'm driving. People on their phones driving. Like, they'll have the phone right here looking down. You can't do that while using FSD. I don't really think, I think if I was driving non-FSD, it would still give me a alert like, hey, pay attention. Can't get safer than that. And having my fiance in the car, having my stepdaughter in the car, having guests and friends in my car, they all feel safe. I mean, this has been a super smooth ride. Yes, I'm paying attention, but not really. You know, I'm able just to look around me, and the car is getting me to my destination. I've only had one takeover, and that was as soon as I put FSD on. It kind of freaked out making that left-hand turn. I think it saw that bus that was coming and just freaked out. But you know, this is why it's in beta. It's not perfect. It's not great yet. It will be. And this software will be worth more than the car itself in the future. And that's another reason why I decided to invest in Tesla. You know, Tesla's taking over the world. It really is. You know, let's talk about Elon Musk real quick. I know, that's not very smart. That's an accident waiting to happen. You know, love or hate the guy, he will always be Elon. You know, you can't, I mean, I know a lot of you pay attention to what he says on X or Twitter or just online. You know, I don't agree with everything he says or does. But I mean, come on, the man is changing the world. We now have cars that drive on their own. Hence, what you're looking at right now. We now have robots starting to show up in the Amazon warehouse. And now Tesla's working on their Tesla bot that you can own one day to have in your own home to do your everyday chores, to help you out. I mean, I get that Elon and Tesla and all these things that, you know, has to do with Elon. I know it can be scary. I know AI can be scary because, you know, we've all seen movies about AI and, you know, robots taking over the world. I get it. But that's just what we are living in right now. It's 2023, about to be 2024. We are living in the future. I mean, look what my car is able to do for me right now. And you can own this. You can have this. I mean, have you guys saw how affordable Model 3s are right now? I think you can get one for right under $30,000. And if you use my referral code, you get $250 off plus 3 months of full self-driving included. And also, if you use my code, it helps me out as well, which I really appreciate that. I've currently helped sell 10 Teslas by using my referral link, which is incredible. I just love the fact that so many more people are buying Teslas. And also, if you don't want to buy right now, you can lease one. Either way, you have options if you want to own a Tesla right now. And I get it, interest rates are very high. They're extremely high right now. Beautiful, as we are about to exit the interstate here in a mile. We are passing by Disney Springs at the moment. Over here on our right hand side, here we are again, getting over, about to exit. But you know, I don't agree with everything that Elon says or does, but he is the richest man in the world. He has put in a ton of hard work and dedication and passion, love, sleepless nights, creating Tesla, creating SpaceX. I mean, the man made reusable rockets. The man made self-driving cars. And now we have the Cybertruck coming out, which I feel like that's just going to take over, man. Tesla already has over 1 million pre-orders for the Cybertruck. It's also bulletproof, which is just cool. It really is. But all models of Teslas right now are crazy discounted. Even the Model S, the Model X's. It's a great time to buy a Tesla right now, as we are exiting right now, getting very close to our destination, about to be on Disney property. You know, Elon wanted Twitter to be an open range where you can freely say anything you want. I don't know, just take it with a grain of salt, I guess. Elon is Elon. And here we are coming up on Walt Disney World property. As you can see the sign, as we are getting over. The most magical place on earth. There you go. We are on Disney property. I'm just going to let the car finish up here. But regarding the UAW strike, if you guys don't know, the UAW is the United Auto Workers Union. Oh, what's going on here? See, I don't like the phantom braking. It tends to happen every now and then. It doesn't happen all of the time, but every now and then it will just brake for no reason, and it will just kind of freak out. What do we do? So I feel like that really needs to change in order to really sell full self-driving. And again, that's why it's in beta. It's not perfect, it's not great, but it's good. I mean, we've pretty much had a great seamless drive, other than the left-hand turn and the phantom brake. Coming up on a Disney bus right now. Let's see what it decides to do. Right now I am 10 over, but I'm not keeping up with traffic. As you guys can see, cars are passing us right now. Just going to let the Tesla figure it out here as the bus wants over. But yeah, the UAW, it's pressure on the automakers for better pay, better benefits, and better working conditions. I'm sad that it had to come to this, because, you know, people are out of work. People are losing their jobs. Tesla is trying to get more factories up and going to hire more people, because let's face it, Tesla pays pretty dang well. They give their employees great benefits. And that's why, you know, nobody's striking on Tesla. There's so many issues with the auto industry right now. As we are getting over, trying to pass these buses, which I like, because that's something I would do as a human driver. I would pass buses. But yeah, it makes me sad that so many people are out of jobs right now, and I just feel like the government, and you know, I really don't want to get political. I'm trying not to get political. You guys know I don't like to talk politics here on the channel, but I'm going to touch on it real quick. I just really wish the government would do more. I don't really think they're doing much right now. And that's sad as well. I don't know what more I can say without getting too deep into politics here, but I just feel like the government, the president, could do way more. And we'll see what happens. I mean, they've stepped in a tad. Again, I would like more. We'll see what happens as we are approaching Animal Kingdom. Look at that, we're here. We're slowing down, coming up on the toll plaza. Let's see what it does. I mean, it's slowing down. It's freaking out. Another phantom brake. I'm getting honked at. Oh man, people just don't have patience. I get it though. That was pretty silly. And it just doesn't know what to do right now. I am going to take it off. Dang. Dang. 1 second. We have made it to Animal Kingdom. I'm not too happy with that drive. Not too happy. I mean, for the most part, it worked great. Like I was telling you guys, I like to use FSD when I'm in traffic because it just takes that pressure from me. I don't have to stress about being in traffic. And honestly, when I'm using FSD, I'm calm. You know, I'm not crunched for time. I kind of just let the car get me to where I need to go. And I like that because, you know, let's be honest, there's times where you're running late, you're running behind, and you just want to get home from work. I get it. Everybody does it. But when I'm using FSD, I'm just able to relax during my drives because I live here in Orlando. It's pretty stressful driving in Orlando. Oh man. It's stressful. And we'll see what happens with FSD in the future. I am expecting a update soon, a software update to hopefully improve FSD. I'm hearing the newer versions of FSD, the new updates, work pretty well. I'm just going to exit here. Animal Kingdom looks pretty busy right now. Let me know your thoughts down below, what you thought of this drive. Let me know your thoughts on the auto industry right now. You know, up in Detroit, it's affecting Ford, it's affecting GM, it's affecting Jeep, Fiat, which Chrysler and Ram. I think I got them all right. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hopefully that gets worked out. I'm excited to see the future of Tesla. I'm excited to see the future of SpaceX, Cybertruck. I mean, Teslas are all over the place right now, especially here in Orlando. I mean, it's becoming more and more common to see more Teslas, but not just Teslas, EVs. People are choosing to purchase EVs. It's the future. I know not everybody is going to agree with that statement. I get it. You know, some people just love having a man-built engine and gas-powered, but I love owning an EV. I love not going to the gas station. I love not having to worry about really any maintenance. And if I have an issue, I'm just taking it up to Tesla and it's covered. I don't have to worry about anything other than making an appointment and, you know, stopping my day to get the car serviced. Other than that, I mean, come on. I've already saved so much money not going to the pumps, not having as much maintenance. It's great. But that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help out the channel in so many different ways. I love you guys so much. Please remember, it's nice to be nice in YouTube. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.